Eyewitness News.
We're making Chicago proud as ABC7 presents the 2018 Chicago Pride Parade.
Hi, everybody. I'm Janet Davies, and welcome to the 49th Annual Pride Parade here in Chicago. We're at Broadway and Montrose, right where it steps off, and I am joined once again, in fact, it's been over 10 years, by Radio Hall of Famer and XRT's Terri Hemmert.
Janet, it's always a pleasure to hang with you, A, and B, to be back with the ABC7 crew here in the booth. The parade it's a gorgeous day. It's bigger and better. The theme for the parade and around the world is remember the past, create the future. Words to live by.
Okay, we're also joined on the street and giving us all the color down there is Terrell Brown and Tanja Babich. Let's go say hi to them.
Yep, and we love it every single year. The last Sunday in June, this wraps up Pride Month here in the city of Chicago. And the weather over the last few days has been a lot better, but I was a little worried toward the end of the week. It's awesome out here now.
The amazing thing is we're feeling the heat from the sun. We've got some warmth here. We've got all the love here warming us up today. Celebrating the fact that love is love is love is love, and we're just going to keep on saying it today.
Yeah, expecting 1 million+ people at this parade today. We're going to talk to some of these people in the meantime. Janet and Terri, we're going to send it back up to you.
Okay, Terrell, Tanja, try not to speak to all 1 million, okay? We've only got a short period of time to air this.
And Janet, they dressed perfect for today.
Did you notice
the off the shoulder, the cool shirt. I mean, these TV people are classy.
Okay, what you're probably seeing in that crowd right now that is leading off the parade are the Boy Scouts of America, which were founded in 1910, one of the largest youth organizations in the United States. Look at that cutie pie.
Adorable.
Oh, my goodness. Just last month, they changed their name to Scouts BSA and announced the addition of girls to their ranks. In 2015, the organization voted to end the long ban on gay troop leaders, making the Scouts more inclusive.
Which is huge. And are they going to sell cookies now? I don't know.
The boys?
Yeah. The Scouts.
The Scouts.
Yes.
I don't know if that is a good question. We're going to have to find that out.
We'll research that, yes.
And we do have our Grand Marshal coming down the parade route right now. I think I just saw that person. You know, it's so hard with all the color and all the people who are here. But our Grand Marshal is a really special person this year on so many levels.
Right. Puerto Rican professional boxer.
Well, wait, I am going to say he is not the Grand Marshal, but we do know the mayor of Chicago.
He's not a boxer, but he's a tough guy.
There's our Grand Marshal.
Yeah, there's a Grand Marshal. Yeah.
Okay.
Orlando Cruz.
The Puerto Rican Cultural Center is sponsoring this, and they're a community-based grassroots educational, health, and cultural service, and they were founded on the principles of self-determination, self-actualization, self-sufficiency. That is activist-oriented.
Orlando's amazing because he's the first boxer to come out as gay while still active boxing. That was big.
Yeah, he was also in the first class of inductees into the National Gay and Lesbian Sports Hall of Fame in August of 2013. I remember that.
Oh, good. So it's great to have Orlando Cruz with us today.
Absolutely. By the way, this cultural center provides help for HIV and STD education and prevention programs, and it has a bilingual, bicultural daycare and an alternative high school and a young women's literacy program. They are very, very busy.
Yes. And hats off to our Puerto Rican community, because it's not been a good year for them with the hurricane aftermath, and having to remind people that they are citizens of the United States too.
Yes, that's difficult to remind people of sometimes.
Read my lips. They are citizens of the United States of America. All right.
Okay, we have others coming down right now. I think I'm seeing Project Vida Incorporated with their walkers. It's a local organization whose mission is to improve quality of life and reduce health disparities in underserved communities by promoting self-empowerment and providing holistic health education and direct services. There's Roberto Maldonado.
And we're seeing a lot of these organizations really working with people affected by HIV/AIDS. A lot of people think that happens in the 80s. It's not happening anymore.
Oh, no. It still is happening.
It is. And in fact, some people have gotten complacent. They think, oh, yeah, I'm fine. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm invincible. And then they find out later that's not the case. So it's good that these organizations are out there helping, especially the underserved communities.
And we still have to provide funding. on so many levels.
Oh, my gosh,
On a federal level, on a state level, on a city level.
I see a school bus. We're going to have a lot of schools out here today.
I get so
amazing?
Excited with the schools.
Yeah, the schools they're happening.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
I think that are those the Nettlehorst people?
Oh,
we're not sure yet, but I know Nettlehorst is always in here. Do you see a golf cart? There's a golf cart.
Yeah. Well, and with the kids' awareness of this issue and being here, this just totally takes any possibility of bullying out of the equation, because you can't be part of a parade like this and then go back and bully somebody because they're quote-unquote different.
Let's go to Tanja Babich on the street. Tanja?
Hey, ladies, I've got a great group of gals from Skokie here. I want you all to introduce yourselves, starting down here. What's your name?
I'm Rosie.
What's your name?
I'm Daniela.
I'm Izzy.
I'm Cosette.
And Cosette, tell me, what does it mean for you to be here today? Why are you proud?
I'm so proud to be here today because this is the one day that we could be more vocal than we already are about accepting our community, I am personally an ally, so I can't begin to express the struggles that other people face, but I am so proud to be an ally to this community that needs more voices now than ever. And it makes me happy that I see so many people here that also are very accepting of everyone. And that's why I love being here so much.
I want to move up the line a little bit. I want to come down here and ask you, what does it mean to have all of this support around you?
Oh, it is just like a community of love and acceptance. Like, I love this day. It's really, truly one of my favorite holidays ever. It's just seeing like so many people come from all walks of life, just join together. And for this being, the 49th year, I cannot wait for the 50th year. I'm so excited.
How many years have you guys been coming to this?
4 or 5 years now. Yeah, I started like freshman year of like high school, and I can't stop coming back. I love it.
And then do you guys make a day out of it? When do you start? When do you get down here? What do you do?
Oh, we make a whole day. We make a whole week, actually. Yeah. We get all together early in the morning, put on our glitter, and like make sure we're ready.
You got to have the glitter. You can't do it without the glitter. Ladies, it was so nice to meet you. We're going to send it back up to you guys in the booth. A lot of love out here, ladies.
All right. Thank you very much, Tanja. And we saw this.
What? Tell those ladies from Skokie to come the 4th of July parade. I'm going to be the parade marshal.
You
know, the Skokie 4th of July.
Make sure you do.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right, we see the Chicago Waldorf School Bus, and they have their walkers. We all know about the Waldorf School. It has a diverse pre-K through 12th grade education, supports the development of self-directed young adults dedicated to the pursuit of ongoing learning and eager to contribute positively to the global society of the 21st century. And there they are. They were preceded by the way, Near North Montessori is also.
You know, I love that school, and I know some kids there, and I spoke at a peace festival they had years ago, and they invited me for lunch. That was this. But Waldorf, known for their salads too, I might say.
They're followed by Catherine Cook's School, and it's an independent school in Chicago with more than 480 students in grades preschool through 8th. A lot of them are marching today, and you know what? You're on vacation now. You don't have to come down and march or be in this parade, but they do come down.
I love them.
They were known as the Melrose School until September 1992, and then they changed their name to the Catherine Cook School when it moved to its current location in Old Town.
Great shirts. Cook. Nice rainbow shirts. Look how adorable these kids are. Just hope of the future, Janet. I look at these kids and I think somehow we're going to be okay.
I feel that way too, and I feel with what we're seeing now with high school students all over the country supporting what has happened in schools that have suffered such tragedy over the past couple of months. I see it in my son's schools. I see it in so many high schools and even elementary schools.
Well, it's because some of these kids spoke up and they were heard. And I teach college, at Columbia College, and my students were so inspired. And you seldom see college students care about high school kids, but they feel so connected to these kids.
Okay, we see the American flag coming down the street, and as we take a look at that, we're going to go to a commercial break, but we'll be right back with more of our coverage of the Pride Parade here on ABC 7.
ABC7's presentation of the 2018 Chicago Pride Parade is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the card to carry through it all. And The Share Show. For tickets, visit BroadwayInChicago.com.
Yvonne Alpha in Evanston.
Welcome back to our coverage right here on ABC 7 of the 2018 Pride Parade. Coming down the side right now, or the street right now, is Lakeside Pride. And
love a marching band.
Oh, I do too. This is their music ensemble. It's a musical organization committed to the education of the public at large about the positive aspects of the metropolitan Chicago LGBT community through public music performances, workshops, and non-musical events. And they sound great. And there was some high stepping, right?
Yeah.
See that?
They sound, look, they have rainbow trombones. I love it.
Wow.
I love it. And you know, just as we left for the break, they had the big flag coming down. I do want to call them out. American Veterans for Equal Rights. Boy,
yes.
They've come so far in the military for acceptance and inclusiveness, and hats off to them and the vets and the people that served or are serving now.
We cannot go back. We must move forward.
That's right. But hats off to all our veterans, gay, straight, you name it, whatever. And everything in between. The whole spectrum of veterans.
Absolutely. I think coming down the street right now, I see the Lesbian Gay Police Association.
This is one of our favorites, Janet.
It is, because I always tell the story each year. The first time we did the parade, we couldn't mention them.
Right.
We were not allowed to mention them. They were in the parade, but we couldn't put them in the broadcast. And now,
a rainbow police
things
car.
have changed.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, it'd be funny if the blue lights were rainbow colors. That would really be funny, but that's okay. They look great.
They're still pretty colorful. You got some red, you got some blue.
Hate crime unit. That's amazing. That's great.
Now, the Gay Officers Action League is a professional organization of public safety officers dedicated to the support, protection, and promotion of its membership and of the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender community. There they are.
Yeah, and the beauty is that people can come out if they're police officers, and also because of experience and education, their fellow officers are much more understanding now, which spills over to the way they treat the community. You know, they grow to know and love each other. You get people together and stuff works out.
It works out. You're absolutely right.
We can work it out. Beatles said that once.
Who? What?
Beatles. Sunday mornings 8 to 10 on XRT. Check it out.
I'll have my breakfast with them.
Oh, good idea, Janet. God, you're sharp. But hats off to our police officers, too. You know, a lot of issues to work out, but we're working on it.
All right, I see a float coming up. Well, the FBI.
No, I don't think I've ever seen the FBI in the parade before.
I don't think I have either.
Maybe they're checking you out, Janet. Could be.
No, I think that they are inclusive.
That's very subtle surveillance. Janet Davies is here. Let's put a flag on our car and drive down the street and we can check her out.
I think they're here to say that we support Pride in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, right now we have the Chicago Gender Society and Chicago Chapter Float. This is an organization that is operated by, or operated for social, charitable, and educational purposes. And more specifically, it's a social and educational organization for all members of the transgender community, their supporters, and for the benefit of the public. The goal is to provide social activities for its members. It's positive self-image. It kind of helps them in the business community, in the media, and the public as well.
And what's amazing, Janet, they've been together for more than 50 years. Some people think this is just all of a sudden.
Really?
This is but read ancient Greek history, you know.
Oh, yes.
But now what's new is that people can march down the streets of their city and be applauded, not arrested, or have things thrown at them.
Look at this. Heels and hard hats.
I love that.
Heels and hard hats contracting was built on a dream of equality for women in the trades by Jackie and Cindy Richter. Now, the company was formed in 2010 when Jackie was a general manager. I remember this story of a construction company. And she couldn't find work. And Jackie had undergone gender correction and believes the lack of work was due to her, unique diversity. So Jackie and her partner, Cindy, who was a nurse's aide, they formed Heels and Hard Hats.
Yes. It's a great name, but I don't know if I want to wear heels if I'm out there doing construction work.
Okay, I don't know if he has a hard hat on, but let's go down to Terrell Brown.
Yeah, down here on the street where the party continues, guys. Hey, say what's up to the camera right here. Now, are you guys all together? Where's the group here? Just you guys here? Oh, everybody. Hey, what's going on? Tell me your name. Where are you from?
I'm Eve. I'm from Evergreen Park.
Gotcha.
I'm Jen. I'm from Evergreen Park.
Alrighty.
I'm Conrad. I'm from Evergreen Park.
Hey, guys, what brought you out today? What do you love about this parade so much?
All the happiness and joy everyone has.
Yeah? What about you? What do you think?
Just the fun, loudness, happiness of everybody. Just everybody can be themselves here.
And everybody's having such a good time. And you guys, everybody around here has bags. Why do you guys have bags?
All the stuff that they're giving out, we get to collect.
I've just been standing on the street. I've gotten beads. What else do you guys have?
There's candy, flyers.
Oh, look at that. All kinds of swag. Just standing on the street for the Pride Parade. Guys, thank you so much. Have fun, okay? Guys, we'll send it back up to you in the booth.
Okay, thank you, Terrell. And his, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I got to mention, before we mention them, the Chicago Black Gay Men's Caucus went by. And, of course, they are very important right there. Their primary goal is to decrease new infections among black members through creative and collaborative programming that promotes HIV testing and risk reduction activities. So
Remember
very
the old
important.
slogan, silence equals death?
Absolutely. Okay, now here's our favorite, Folia Brazil. Come on, perform for us. You heard me.
Janet has feather envy there. She wants a headdress like that, but it's hard to fit the headphones on her.
What makes you think I don't have one?
I've seen you move like that, Janet. They are spectacular.
They really are. They're based, of course, in Chicago. They have all those great carnival costumes. They play the authentic Brazilian dance music. And guess what? They've been together 25 years.
Wow.
They're a huge hit at this parade. They're a huge hit at a lot of parades.
They are. They're a walking rainbow, you know. A dancing rainbow.
A feathery rainbow. Okay, we have P-Flag there.
Oh, that's an incredible group. P-Flag, the parents and friends of gays and lesbians, and they're terrific people. Great parents.
They really are. They have 400 chapters, around the country with 200,000 supporters, and it crosses so many generations. Take a look at that.
And they've been around forever.
They really have.
One of the original.
They're even in Puerto Rico.
Proud mom. Yep.
They're even in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And I think they're joined somewhere there by AARP.
You always have a home in P-Flag. Amen. Look at those beautiful children.
All right, we're going to take another break. We'll be back with more of our coverage of the 49th Annual Pride Parade right here in Chicago. So don't touch that dial. Welcome back to our coverage of the 2018 Pride Parade. We have the man, once again, who's put it all together year after year after year. We have Rich Pfeiffer right here.
Our hero.
First of all, beautiful day. Couldn't ask for a better day.
Fantastic. Yeah, we after 5 days of rain, we were thrilled that we have a sunny day. The Pride Parade has never been rained out in its 49-year history.
We're going to keep knock on wood. All right, what's different this year? What's new?
Gosh, we have a couple new entries. We have a couple. We have from Black Entertainment Network this year has an entry in the parade. We have a couple more neighborhood groups in the parade. But it's kind of like every year we have a core group of people that come back. Our businesses, organizations from the LGBTQ community, as well as our allies. So it's not just a parade for LGBTQ people, it's for our parents and our friends. And, we have people that sit in the cubicle next to us at work. They're out here. So it's a little bit of everybody. And it's really a day, we're in a strange political climate now, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And we had to realize that we really have to fight and move forward.
A lot of love in this parade. A theme
really
this year?
Yeah.
Kind of an underlying theme.
Yeah. And it's great. The theme should be love every year because you could just get all these positive vibes from everybody.
Right. Yeah. So what do you think is the issue this time around? We always seem to have an issue. We're fighting each year to get recognition, to get legislation. What is it you feel is this year's issue?
Well, there's so many. There has not been legislation to protect LGBTQ people on the national level. And in this current Congress, we're not going to do that. We have to see what happens in the next election. So, and then there's all the issues, the washrooms issues come up again, the cake issue. There's so many issues that we could go into for 5 hours. But, yeah, the community is really sparked up, and we're not going to lay back. We're ready to go forward.
How about the education issue of teaching history of the LGBTQ?
Oh, I think that's so important. When I grew up, there was actually, I didn't know who I was. It's the one thing about LGBTQ people, we don't know who we are. We have to find out who we are. And that it's just so important for young people. It's just so important to be able to identify themselves.
Well, and that's where the allies come from, because they learn, and then there's no fear and misinformation and all that.
Yeah, and it's just incredible out here. We have Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. They carry the lead banner every year. It's just everybody coming together from every background to support each other in this parade.
Rich, every year more and more politicians seem to gravitate to this parade and be in it. To me right now, they're still going behind us, and they've been going behind us now for about 10 minutes.
I know.
Is this the biggest group?
It is, yeah. There's 65 registered elected officials or candidates in the parade. They each brought about 10 to 20 people, actually a little more. So there's about 800 to 1,000 people, either the candidates or their supporters marching in the parade.
It's a very important year right now. The midterm elections have never... I don't think anybody has looked this closely at the midterms before.
Yeah, the midterms are up, and that's a real important issue for every community.
How about sponsors? Any new sponsors this year?
No, I mean, we have new sponsors every year. I mean, all the major corporations. I mean, I have a waiting list of about 100 businesses that want to be in the parade. We used to do 300 entries. The city asked us to cut down to 150 just to kind of tighten up the parade. But they've also passed, and it was for economic reasons, but they've also passed on some of the expenses to all of us who produce these parades. So it's all of our entries that pay for this parade. We're all volunteer, but all the entries, they pay for everything from insurance to barricades, porta potties, you name it.
Yeah. How many years on this new route?
We started, I believe, about 7 or 8 years ago. About 7
Has
or 8.
It been that long?
Yeah, it has already. I was surprised.
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun.
And it's so much more healthier. I mean, the other route was dangerous. We extended from 17 to 21 blocks. And it's a lot safer, and that's the main thing. And we have a lot of protection. We have a great working relationship with the city. We hire our own security team. We have our own marshals. And we even have federal support, because at all major events around the country, not just parades, we have FBI. We have sharpshooters on the roof. Yeah. It's at sports games. It's just we live in such a dangerous world. Now we want to protect the people. We want them to have a good time. And we just have, an incredible relationship with the city of Chicago.
Well, you mentioned corporate involvement, too, and I think that's important because, corporations are people, too. But, that aside, they've been very vocal, like in Indiana a couple of years ago when they tried to pass those draconian laws. The corporations threatened to boycott and move out, and money talks.
That was also down in the Carolinas with the whole washroom issues.
Yes.
There was one corporation, put a lot of money into it. One of the things people don't realize is in all of our corporations in the parade, it's their LGBTQ employee group. They're called ERGs or BRGs within there that are marching. And
the corporate awareness, too. Anybody who works for a corporation knows they have to watch the videos and go through the sensitivity training. Yeah. I mean, there's just no question that you can't discriminate on that.
It's amazing to me. It's so many now younger people are coming out earlier. They feel comfortable in who they are. But there's still a lot of bullying going on. We got a lot of work to do. Bullying in the schools. Yeah. People, suicide. But we have a lot of education to do.
You know what? Speaking of so much work to do, I think you have some work to do.
Yeah.
We so appreciate
you. Doing anything today?
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming over here, taping the first hour of the 2.5-hour parade. We really appreciate you guys being here.
All right, appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Tireless.
Right. Yes, you are.
Tired but tireless.
I think we're going to take a break now, aren't we? We'll be back with more of our coverage of the 2018 Pride Parade right here on ABC 7.
If you have a passion for driving...
We are back with ABC 7's coverage of the 2018 Pride Parade, the only television station in Chicago that covers this parade, I might add.
Yay.
Look at that. Love, love, love. Love, love, love.
Janet, I could see you in that kind of skirt. That looks good. You can move with that. You can hear those bikes going by. Organized chaos. Man, they are loud.
They are loud.
There's a noise ordinance, isn't there?
Not today. There is no noise ordinance today.
Those fishnets, I could see you in those too, Jan. I'm taking notes here for some fashion.
So, are you going to be my stylist now?
Yeah, sure.
That's a little scary. I don't do fishnets. Not at my age anymore. Except to actually,
why not?
Actually catch fish.
Oh, yes.
And then I'll use a fishnet. All right. Oh, there's Lambda Legal.
Yes.
I didn't realize
they've been around forever.
They really have. They ended up, I thought they were going to be right before the politicians.
You know, when we were on break, too, a Center for Halstead came by, and I can't tell you how much they have contributed to the community, and especially homeless teens, which is a big problem anyway, but you add the sexuality issues to lot of other services, too.
Well, speaking of services, Lambda Legal was founded in 1973. It's the oldest and largest national legal organization whose mission is to achieve full recognition of the civil rights of lesbians, gay men, bisexuals, transgender people, and those with HIV. And they work through doing it with litigation and education and public policy work.
Oh, they were like one of the first public groups that really stood up for the community. I mean, they've been there forever.
They're advocates on, the local level and the state and the federal level. They're there. And they have a lot of high-impact public education programs.
A lot of the stuff that's coming down now, we can't look to the legislature, we're looking to the courts. And that's where Lambda Legal really
will shine,
Yeah, and not just on this issue, but like what's happening to the children or refugees, the legal system.
You know what, and nobody talks, a friend of mine and I were talking about this yesterday, that nobody talks about, we're talking about what's happening to the children and the immigrants down by the border, but nobody's talking about some of these immigrants and some of these young children, young teenagers are gay.
Yes.
And so think about the double whammy that's hitting them.
Oh, it's just a whole heap of crap coming their way. It's just horrible. We got to be there for these kids.
This is Asians and Friends Chicago.
Wow.
Their float, and it is colorful.
Oh, that's amazing. That guy works out. You can tell.
You made me laugh with that one. The official blog of Asians and Friends Chicago is supporting the gay Asian community since 1984, and they host and participate in a wide variety of activities like an 80s-themed anniversary party, a Cinco de Mayo event, and a Yum Chili Cook-Off.
You know, we have our own issues here in the good old US of A. I love this country, but we do have our issues. But when you see more and more communities like the Asian community, African-American community we referenced earlier, some communities where it's been another layer of cultural issues on top of, before you can come to acceptance and understanding. We see so much progress with these communities, the Latino community. It's just inspiring to see these groups here. We've come a long way.
Okay, boating, picnics, camping.
Volunteers, love volunteers.
Okay, changing.
Love picnics.
Yeah.
Camping, not as much as I used to, but.
Oh,
hello.
What are they doing? Well, they're giving out bags.
Yes.
But nobody ever comes up here and gives us swag.
No, but we get love in other ways.
We do. Yeah. We do.
Besides, do we really need more swag?
No, we don't.
No, we don't. I think you and I together have accumulated a lot of swag.
Yeah, you should. You should see my garage.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Not pretty.
My museum I live in. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's go down to Tanja Babich on the street. Tanja.
Hey, ladies, we are going to walk over here. I want to talk to Jenny and Don, who have been coming to this parade forever. Now, Jenny, talk to me. How long ago did you attend your first Pride Parade here?
25 years ago.
And how has it changed in 25 years?
25 years ago, we were hiding from cameras, and now it's, it's even though it's more inclusive and everything, you need to come out and show, your pride and your respect. Even though it's a lot more normal now, you still have to show up.
And then you guys just got married a few years ago. Don, how has your relationship been able to change over the course of 25 years?
Oh, it's a lot different. Days like today, it makes you remember where you came from, and you're super excited about the future in the same hand. So it's just really good. It's a great day.
Don and Jenny, thank you so much. We're collecting swag for you. Janet, I've got swag. Terrell and I are on it. Don't you worry your pretty little head.
All right, Tanja, I want to know, is that a garter or a headband?
Anything you want it to be.
Good.
It's Pride. It can be anything.
Then it will be a garter. I think we just saw the Wintrust Bank, their Illinois Office of Tourism float go by with walkers, but what we're seeing right now is the Obama Foundation. Yes. Oh. Their mission is to inspire and empower people to change the world. Big job. You're getting started.
Yep.
We love it right here in Chicago.
Just because you're an ex-president doesn't mean you still can't be a leader. And the cool thing is he's encouraging young people to step up and become leaders and get involved on the small scale things. You think, who's at the top? That's not what the country's about. It's these small groups, the ordinary community groups. And he's encouraging these kids to get involved.
You know what? I think we shouldn't tell him, but his group is being followed by the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, he's a Sox fan.
We can't tell him that. But there they are.
But at Pride Parade, we love every team.
We sure do.
We're inclusive.
The Chicago Cubs, of course,
Yay,
we absolutely love them. And following the Cubs, but of course you know the Cubs are seen on ABC7.
Of course I know that.
Absolutely, during the season. We're very excited to have them as our sports partner
this weekend.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
let's not talk about.
Hey, look, Channel 7.
Yes.
I know some people there.
I know a lot of people there.
Yeah, I know you, Janet.
Well, let's see who's on that float as we get up closer. And I'm hoping we're going to... There's Tanja and Terrell.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
all right,
this just became the hottest float in the parade. It's literally going up and down right now. Look at everybody we got on here. It's Ryan Severino. What's up, man?
What's happening, Terrell, man? This is all love out here. We're having a blast. We got our ABC7 crew here. The best crowd, the best weather. It's perfect.
Isn't it awesome? And then look at this. Evelyn Holmes, you having a good time, man?
First time I've been able to actually ride the float. I'm used to covering this event. This is so great. I'm having a great time. I get to show off my dance skills today.
I want to talk to Jason over here. So Jason, honey, you've been on this float for years and years and years. So walk me through. Does the parade look the same all the way down, or does it get really crazy?
You know, what I always love about this parade is to see everybody's faces on the sidelines. So for years, I came to the parade, and I was not on the float. I started coming on the float like 3-4 years ago, and it's such an amazing perspective to see everybody happy and people that now feel safe. And that's a big deal because, you know, years ago people didn't feel safe. So it's a good feeling.
This is a great way to make us Chicago proud, right?
Right, very proud.
We are Chicago proud, y'all. All right.
We've got to get off this thing. We're going to send it back over to you guys in the booth. Hey!
All right. I think from now on I'm going to call Ryan Severini Dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
People
All right.
on TV are good looking.
All right, we are going to have to take a break. We'll be back with more of our coverage of the parade right after this.
TikTok Dental.
I love balloons, don't you, Terry? Oh, especially those balloons.
What creatures are those? Those are amazing.
I'm not sure what they are, but they are so cool. These are balloons by Tommy, and they are a parade favorite every year.
We need to do that sometime, Janet.
Oh,
get the balloons on.
We should.
You know, Channel 7, it was great to see the float. I miss Ron Majors.
Oh, he's watching.
To see him in shorts. Hi, Ron. I miss you. And when I'm done with you, Janet, I'll be joining the XRT float.
I know. We'll get you over there.
The radio people aren't quite as cute as the TV people, but we have a good time.
I kind of have a thing for Lynn Bramer. You know that. Always
that
have.
Big baby,
You know, he's my best friend in the whole
yes,
world.
He is. I love him.
All right, more balloons. See, there it is.
Yeah. Shake your money maker there. That was good.
I tell you, as I said, these are a parade favorite.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing.
They're offering a real pop to this parade.
No.
And look what they can do. They can make centerpieces and sculptures and arches and special effects and animals and like fauna and flora.
Grapes of wrath.
No. Grapes of wrath.
Windy City. Look at those balloons are terrific, though. We've come a long way from the one guy making little balloon animals.
I know how to make a little dog. I was taught that once.
There's a toucan.
Oh, my. You know what? This has got to be one of the most fun things you can volunteer for.
Well, and it really epitomizes what the parade's about. It's colorful, it's fun, it's beautiful.
It's rainbow.
Everybody's just going crazy, having a great time.
And I love how they spell out. They had harmony, now we have pride, and I think they do some of the balloons for the other units, too. And it's a windy day, so you can see you're struggling to keep that D upright.
Yeah, right.
It really is windy. It's a beautiful day. But up here in the booth, I'm going to tell you, Terry and I are freezing. Yeah. Can you believe that?
Where's the hot cocoa when we need it?
I want my electric blanket.
You know, those balloons remind me of the U2 song for Dr. King, Pride in the Name of Love. And that really applies to this parade. Pride in the Name of Love.
It always has. It always will.
Yep.
49th annual. Next year, the big 5-0.
Oh, what are we gonna? We're gonna have to dress up in balloons or something for that, Janet.
Oh, I'm gonna do the Brazilian look. I've got a year to take off 80 pounds.
Yeah. Okay, you do that. I'll do the balloons. Okay.
BP is here.
Yes.
BP is in the house. BP Products North America. BP Pride. They, of course, we all know them formerly as British Petroleum. They're one of the world's 6 super major oil and gas companies. They're a British multinational company, and the BP Pride Business Resource Group supports the LGBT community. Their mission is to create an inclusive and supportive work environment for all their employees. And I love the little son. I always have that little.
And I love the children. They're precious. Oh my God. Aunt Terri. Huh? The old Aunt Terri thing kicks in. Just love kids.
MB Financial Bank is here. Yep. They've got a contingent all happy and dancing. And they're with the LGBT Chamber of Commerce, Illinois. And that promotes economic opportunities for the LGBT community.
And then Lakeview East comes along to the Chamber of Commerce. Lakeview, it's where Boys Town is.
That's right.
It's a very powerful community. A lot of diversity in the community. And not just gay. It's like gay, straight, old, young. It's a great community.
I had a friend the other day ask me what the Q meant and why it was added. And I had to explain that it's for queer and or question names. Because a lot of people ask me, why has Q been added to it? And I just think a lot of people do not know that. We don't have it here. We just have LGBT in the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, and sometimes they'll add like 5 more letters on it, and I have a hard time with it. I have to admit, it's like, yeah, everybody.
That's how it should be.
Everybody.
Just everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
And we're going to take a break. We'll be back, everybody, with more of our coverage of the 2018 Pride Parade. Stay with us. We're back, a sea of color and love and harmony and most of all pride. And we're back with the MAC Cosmetic, MAC AIDS Funds Walker and their trolley, it looks like.
We saw a lot of Brown, too, that just went through. Howard Brown.
Howard Brown went
through.
They
have been around forever taking care of folks. They're really good.
And the MAC, of course, we're talking about MAC Cosmetics.
Yes.
I happen to like MAC Cosmetics. Not that I'm mentioning this, but I have some MAC on right now.
Woo!
But you know what they do? Every penny of MAC Viva Glam lipstick and lip gloss sold is always donated to MAC AIDS Fund. They are very, very involved in the community.
With the flag, wearing the flag like a cape. It reminds me when Paul McCartney was in Germany a couple years ago, and the shootings happened at the Pulse nightclub. He came out on stage wrapped in a flag. I'll never forget that. What a guy.
He is amazing.
I love him.
I know you do. I know. And he was supposed to marry me.
He kissed my sister. She'll never let me forget.
I have a photo. I was going to post it on his birthday on June 18th. Is that his birthday?
Yeah.
I forgot to.
It was last week.
Yes. We're going to go down to Terrell Brown and quit talking about Paul McCartney.
I can't help it.
Terry, down on the street, and we were talking before about how kids have become such a big part of this parade. You want the microphone badly, don't you, man? What's your name?
My name's Oslo, and I'm 4 years old.
4 years old?
And I'm from Denver.
Oh, okay. Look at you, man. Thank you so much for that, man. I might just give you the mic. You can do the rest of the parade. What's your name, buddy?
Zoran, and I'm 6 years old.
6 years old? Okay, what's your name, man?
My name is Jasper Lee, and I'm 4.
4 years old. All right, I like your hat, by the way. Whose children are these, by the way? Who? Yeah. Okay. Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
What does it mean to you to have the kids out here this young, 4, 5, 6 years old at the Pride Parade?
It's just really special. We came from Denver to see my sister and her wife's family and support all people here at the Pride. So
you guys having a good time?
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. I was going to give away the beads, but you took them from me, man. Are you all good?
You like the beads?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Give them away, though.
Okay. All right. Give them back to me, then. I want some.
Gonna send it back up to you guys.
Okay, Terrell. Better watch your job. Better watch your job. All right. We saw the Chicago Gay Hockey Association and their walkers and Chicago Dragons Rugby. Chicago Gay Hockey Association, their mission is to provide a non-discriminatory environment with the hockey community. And, of course, the Chicago Dragons rugby. Have you ever seen a rugby game?
I have gone drinking with rugby players after a game. That's dangerous.
Oh, my gosh. You are...
I love rugby.
I got to touch you. Wow.
Yeah, I love rugby.
You are tough.
They carried me out of the bar, but it was a lot of fun.
I don't want to hear
Those
that.
guys were great. Oh, my God.
We have a Smirnoff double-decker bus.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That looks like fun. Free refreshments, I'll bet.
I think you have to go downstairs, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. We don't allow that on our float because we don't want people falling off.
We do not.
There's an after party. Yeah.
Hi, gals. They are having a lot of fun. You know, I always have a lot of fun with you, Terry. So I'm going to take a moment. I want to ask you real quickly what's going on. What's going on with the radio show? What's happening as the Second City Outlaws go by? What's going on?
Well, I still have Breakfast in the Beatles Sunday mornings 8 to 10. I'm still on right after your best friend Lynn Bramer, and it's just great to be part of the XRT family because unlike a lot of radio stations, we've been there for our whole lives, and so we're family. And the people that listen to our station is a big part of that.
Okay.
Oh,
but they changed their name. Remember?
Yeah.
They used to be. Oh goodness gracious. What were they? Oh. Why is my mind not remembering?
I can think of some funny names, but not on TV.
No. But the Second City Outlaws Dance Association.
Oh, they're cute.
Oh, they are. They're supporting and strengthening and growing the Chicagoland community with Western dance. Look at them. Let's just listen and look a moment. Okay, that was a moment.
I just want to take them home with me. They're so cute.
All right, as they dance down the parade route, we're going to dance into a commercial break. So stay with us with our coverage of the 2018 Pride Parade here on ABC 7.
We want to say mushroom steak burger, smoky barbecue prices.
ABC7's presentation of the 2018 Chicago Pride Parade is brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Choose Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, the card to carry through it all. And The Share Show. For tickets, visit BroadwayInChicago.com.
We're back with Pride right now, and as you see, a very special unit coming down.
Yes, and we just saw a couple of the bars go by, and I was thinking back in the day that was the only safe for men and women who are gay and lesbian. Now, I never thought I'd live to say it. Church can be a safe place too, a very welcoming community. Look at all the different denominations and churches that are part of this. It's the Chicago Coalition of Welcoming Churches, and they do ministry with people all over the Chicago metropolitan area, affirming people of all sexual orientations and gender identities. Two main goals here, Janet: spread the message of members and the inclusion among the area, and be mindful of a positive message about sexual and family diversity. It's a gift to all people. And you know, being a churchgoer myself, I was always taught that you love God, you love your neighbor, and that's your neighbor. You're looking at your neighbor right there. Love your neighbor. The churches are walking the walk and talking the talk and embracing the whole community.
You're seeing our camera right now go an entire block, sweeping that group. Look at it. And I'm sure that some of you who live down in town, one of your churches, that Bethany United Church of Christ, that is in my neighborhood.
In Ravenswood,
In Ravenswood, First United Methodist Church at Park Ridge. It's not just Chicago.
No.
It is in Chicago land.
And suburbs.
And
small towns.
And the night ministry. The night ministry is so important.
And in church. I mean, in our lifetime, church was not a welcoming place.
No, it was not.
But now, look at that. That is so moving. I can't tell you.
That's what this whole Pride Parade has been over the years as it has evolved. It has been moving.
And not just Christian either, but other faiths too. Jewish, Muslim. It's just amazing.
And you will see, if you look in there, the occasional Catholic church.
Yes. Well, my parish walks. St. Clements walks every year.
Boy, you know, this hour has flown by. I got to tell you, it's been colorful. It's been joyous. What's been your favorite part, Terry?
Being with you.
As
because you are colorful in your own way, Janet.
I love you. You know I love you.
I love you.
All right.
It's great.
Let's find out how Tanja and Terrell feel about this parade and their final thoughts.
Oh, Terry and Janet, colorful indeed. Terry, Janet, you asked me if my bandana was a headband or a garter. I told you it's pride. It's pride, so anything goes. I love the costumes out here, Terrell. That's one of my favorite parts, is seeing what people are wearing or not wearing.
Exactly. The energy out here is incredible. And I'm telling you, if you're having a bad day, just come to this parade, and you'll feel a whole lot better. And we're in Chicago. I think we forget, this is one of the largest pride celebrations in the world. And standing out here in the street, you can really see it. It's incredible, guys. Gonna send it back on up to you.
All right, great time, guys. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you. And
Thank you. You did a fantastic job. I know you've got to go, Tanja, but before we go, I've got to thank some people. A big shout out to Tabitha and Dan and Jewel Osco. They have let us use their parking lot year after year, and they fed us and they made everything easy. We also want to thank Rich Pfeiffer and his Pride Parade staff. The volunteers have been great. And of course, our ABC7 team, they have been here since the wee hours. They have worked so hard. And our producer, Kathy Karp, thank you very much. Terry, for your gift of gab, your wealth of knowledge, and just being one hell of a girl.
Well,
I got to tell you. I'm Janet Davies for Terry, for Terrell, for Tanja. Have pride all year long.